Hey, what's up, metal and heavy music fans? It's Flight of Icarus again with MetalTrenches.com, and I'm going to review the latest track and music video from Groove Metal Masters' Devildriver. It's called Nest of Vipers. Now, I wasn't a huge fan of Iona, which I also watched and reviewed on this channel, but I am a huge fan of the band and actually did a tier list recently. If you want to hear my thoughts on all of the Devildriver discography, then definitely check that out. But generally, just stick around, not only if you like videos like this, but I also do full album reviews, tier lists, interviews on the podcast, and really my focus is sharing my favorite underground album releases of the year. That out of the way, let's give it a watch. Alrighty, what we got here this time? Like I said, Iona, it's fine. Just a very average track. Devildriver's been kind of hit and miss with me over the past few years. And I love their first three albums in particular. And I actually really liked Trust No One. That album really surprised me how much I enjoyed it. Whoa. Okay, you got me. A little bit of a different intro here. This kind of slidey guitar. Alright, now we're just kind of right back into the usual. I was kind of hoping that intro would lead into something really different. But it's all good. Very similar aesthetic to the last video. You got pretty spooky lady and a lot of black and white. you gotta bring out the snake. Yeah, again, I'm first impression here, I'm not having a huge connection with the track. Obviously, I'll listen to the full album, and sometimes my opinions on these things change. I do like this kind of like more rock and roll background guitar. I kind of wish it was a little bit higher in the mix. But this main riff's not really doing anything for me. It's like kind of same old again, but without the same energy and vibe. Like, what I love about Devildriver at their best is they just really, like, grab me by the throat and just get me banging my head, doing the stank face, all that good stuff. This is just sort of, it's alright. Very kind of cliche music video, too, which is fine. I'm not against that. Not against that part. But, yeah, a good video and a good song it does not make for. So, yeah, not bad, but it's just sort of more very average sort of material. But yeah, again, I like this kind of more like bluesy rock and roll guitar. Kind of reminds me of Lamb of God. Yeah, it's alright. It's like I'm running out of things to say because I'm just not like feeling that same grip that I got off of, again, not to just keep sipping on the first three albums, but Trust No One, a more recent album. That album pretty much start to finish had me just totally grooving, banging my head, tapping my foot. Still enjoy that album to this day. Like I said, check out that tier list I did where I talk about all the albums in depth and rank them. I'll leave a link for that up here, I think, up somewhere up there. Ugh, spooky eyes. That had like a Suspiria kind of vibe to it. Very Italian horror. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's fine. It's just not really particularly exciting. But like I said, I'm open. I'm gonna give this stuff all more listens. I listen to every Devildriver album that comes out, and generally, like, I'm a longtime fan of the band. Been listening to them since the day that the self-titled came out. In fact, I've been listening to Dez since the days of Coal Chamber. So I don't want them to fail. I don't dislike Devildriver. I'm just not particularly amazed by this latest material. But yeah, that was Nest of Vipers from Devildriver, and it is from the album Dealing with Demons 1. coming from Napalm Records. And it's fine. I think I've kind of summed up my thoughts already. Like it is a perfectly passable song. I give it like a C. Very middle of the road metal, and in a year where there's just so much good metal out there. And again, I implore you to subscribe to the channel if you really like, if you're sitting here like, oh, what's better than this? Check out my other videos, because every week I'm putting out just a lot of underground, a mix of kind of underground, more mainstream metal albums that are coming out that I think are truly exemplary and exciting. I'm doing exploration of Bandcamp to really share the kind of deeper cuts that people might be missing. And I'm telling you, there is just so much better music out there. So it's really hard for me to be excited by this. And that's not a rag on Devildriver. That's just me kind of saying like, hey, let's put our hard-earned money towards the music that is like truly the best of the best. Like it's painful for me too to see like the Grammys what gets elevated, and I get it because like that crowd doesn't really even get metal yet. But I'm hoping the day will come at some point where, you know, we really focus on what's the best of the best as opposed to what are the big names and which big name dropped an album this year. But that's enough from me. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Are you a Devildriver fan? What's your favorite album from them? What do you think of these new songs? And also in the description, you can find links to our social media, the email newsletter, metaltrenches.com, where you can find even more content and reviews, and our Patreon and Subscribe Star if you want to become a full-on supporter. But that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.